Well, welcome back, everyone. Now, to viewers of Look TV, as a matter of fact, to anybody in Saratoga, Warren, and Washington County, this person is no stranger. This is Charles Peltz. He's the music director of the Glens Falls Symphony Orchestra. And welcome back.
Thank you, Jesse. It's great to be back.
It's always great to have you here.
Thank you.
So where's the Stratocaster?
Well, it's in retirement, but I do have a Tennessean, but it sits in the closet as well.
It does. For those of you who are not guitar aficionados, we're talking about a guitar because in addition to being a brilliant conductor, this gentleman here can cut a guitar line like nobody. So we're gonna have to duel it off someday.
We'll jam some night.
Yeah, it sounds good. However, today we're here to talk about a wonderful event coming up this weekend in Glens Falls. It's the annual Mother's Day concert at Glens Falls High School, featuring the Glens Falls Symphony Orchestra.
Yeah. Well, you know, we started a few years ago with a concert on Mother's Day, not intentionally. The calendar worked, and that was the only day we could have it. We were afraid that maybe it wouldn't be popular, but we had a good crowd, and every year the audience has increased for this program. And so we think it's a destination in the community. People come, they bring their mothers to this event, they maybe go to lunch before, dinner afterwards. And in fact, I was in Home Depot in Queensbury about a week ago, and a woman came up to me and said how much she enjoyed it. She always brings her mother to this. We give a flower to the mothers. So we look at it as a sort of a destination holiday.
I think it's a terrific idea. What a nice thing to do for Mom.
Yeah.
And of course, I guess it goes without saying, but you hand select the program. And you're doing some of my favorite pieces.
Sure.
So why don't you tell our viewers what you'll be performing?
Sure. Well, we're going to be playing a couple of pieces that are known by many music lovers and people who are sort of off to the side music lovers. We're playing The Afternoon of a Faun of Debussy, which is a famous ballet that here, New York City Ballet dances it often here in the summer at SPAC. We're playing that music by Claude Debussy. Then we're playing the whole second half, the Romeo and Juliet of Prokofiev. Not the complete ballet, but a suite which I have arranged. And above the orchestra will be projections of various artwork that will depict some of the things that are happening in the music. Many of them Renaissance pieces of art. So there's a multimedia aspect. And that second half, which includes that Prokofiev, will have as a tease at the beginning 3 madrigals sung by our children's choir of a Shakespearean text. And so we're going to create this atmosphere of about an hour for the second half that will be more than simply listening to the music, which in itself would be perfectly satisfactory. But an event, since the music was originally intended to be accompanying something visual, we're going to add something visual.
You know, that's where you always step out from the norm on that. You're very creative.
Well, we try to be.
When you put these programs together, they're very thoughtful programs. I know that you're doing one other piece too.
We're doing the Mozart Symphony No. 31 called Paris.
Paris.
And one of the reasons that I chose that, other than all the Mozart symphonies are gems, is because the Parisians were an over-the-top culture in the time of the Louis, the 14, 15, and 16. And as a result, much of their music has a theatrical or ballet nature to it. And the overture, or the Symphony No. 31 is like that. It starts with a great grand opening gesture, and then goes right into Mozart elegance. And so that will be part of the first half with the Debussy, and then the second half again will be the Prokofiev.
Boy, what a program. And for those of you who don't know the Glens Falls Symphony Orchestra, you're talking about a full orchestra here, and numbers of musicians could be anywhere from 50-something to 60-something, right? And musicians that you've worked with numerous times.
Yeah, this is a professional orchestra.
That's
that about 85% of them come from within a 50-mile radius, which in the music world we call local, because musicians drive often for engagements. Then some folks who come up from New York and over from Boston, but most of them are local musicians, but we value them all equally. And they're all professional musicians who have auditioned behind a screen for this orchestra. They serve a probationary period, then they're tenured because they're valuable.
Yes.
And so this orchestra is a set ensemble which performs 5 times during the year in classical concerts, and then on 4th of July we of course do our
Crandall Park.
Absolutely, yeah. So we're old hands together. This is my 15th season.
Oh, I love it. I've seen the orchestra many times, and I have to tell you, they'll take your head off. This is a really fine day to bring Mom to a concert. It's a fine orchestra led by a very, very talented conductor. So you're firing on all cylinders
Well,
here.
thank you.
Get out the Stratocaster
And add another element.
Add
to
another
it.
element
Well, you
to
may
it.
remember a number of years ago, in part of our family concert
I
series.
know what you're going to talk
yeah,
about.
we
That's right, you
we
did it.
enlisted a local rock band that was very popular. And we did a concert with them in
Mm-hmm.
which they would play one of their tunes, and then we would play a piece of classical music that had the same musical
Same
element in
feel,
it.
that's right.
And then at the end, I jammed with the band.
Yeah, I know you did.
And boy, that took me back. I mean, it took me back to high school and
I
the
think
fun
when
that
you
had.
least expect it, there's a few photos and maybe a couple of videos floating around with this.
Mark Frost had his camera,
know.
and it hit the press. Yeah.
That's great. Well, the
Yeah.
best of luck. Once
Thank you very
again,
much, Jesse.
it's this Sunday, Mother's Day concert, Glens Falls High School, 4 p.m.
Yep.
You can go to Glens Falls SymphonyOrchestra.org, which is gfso.org. You get the information on our website again, 4 o'clock this Sunday.
Great.
Boy,
Thank
best
you,
of
Jesse.
luck.
Thank you, Jesse, very
Okay.
much.
To see this interview again, please head to our website, looktvonline.com.